In today's video, I'm going to be talking about oats and celiac disease. Now, if you suffer from celiac disease or you have a non-celiac gluten sensitivity, then you will know that foods containing wheat, rye and barley are off your menu. But what about oats? Are they gluten-free? Stay watching and find out. Hi, I'm Mike Hines from JustKnowGluten.com, creator of this channel, Gluten Advice. Thank you for joining me today. If you like the content and you like the video, why not give it a like or subscribe to my channel. Also, hit the notification bell. That way you will stay informed every time we post new content on there. We post videos 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So, do pop back from time to time. We'd love to see you and you're always welcome. Okay, having said all that, let's get straight into the content. Celiac disease is a condition brought about by the accumulation of gluten. Gluten is a protein present in bread, pasta, cookies, crust and other foods that are made out of wheat, barley or rye. Gluten is also found in oats. There are many controversies surrounding oats and celiac disease. Celiac disease is sometimes spelled C-O-E-L-I-A-C in some countries. It is a serious illness where the body's immune system attacks its own tissues when you eat gluten. This in turn causes damage to the linings of the gut and means that the body can't properly absorb nutrients from the food. Celiac disease is not an allergy or a food intolerance. If a first-degree family member, such as your mother, father, sister or brother, has the condition, then the chances of you getting it increase to 1 in 10. Due to the symptoms of celiac disease, it is often misdiagnosed as IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, or inflammatory bowel disease and Crohn's disease. I have covered this very topic in a previous video and I will leave a link to it in the description below. Celiac disease is a lifelong condition. The gluten-free diet is the only treatment for celiac disease. If gluten is introduced back into the diet at a later date, the immune system will react and the gut lining will become damaged again. Celiac disease affects all ethnic groups and is common in Europe and North America, as well as in Southern Asia, the Middle East, North Africa and South America. Genetics do play a role in celiac disease, but this is not confined to one particular ethnic group. A person with celiac disease experiences vitamin deficiencies within the brain, the nervous system, bones, liver and other vital organs. When someone with celiac disease consumes food with gluten in it, they will experience an immune reaction in the small intestine. This may lead to small intestine damage and malabsorption of certain vitamins and nutrients from the food. As we have mentioned many times, there is no cure for celiac disease, but it can be managed by removing gluten from the diet. It is believed that celiac disease is a relatively rare disorder. They'd be wrong. It's now estimated that celiac disease affects nearly 1% of the population of the United States. Celiac sufferers are encouraged to have a gluten-free diet to manage their disease. Oats is one of the foods that they take out of their diet. There have been recent debates whether it is acceptable for celiac disease patients to eat oats, since oat proteins are not the same as those in wheat, barley and rye. Even so, oats were believed to have toxic effects with people who are inflicted with this disorder. That is why they are advised to avoid them. Pure oats are gluten-free and safe for most people with gluten intolerance. But do bear in mind that oats are often contaminated with gluten because they may be processed in the same facilities as gluten-containing grains like wheat, rye and barley. There are some celiac disease societies and medical centers who are advising their patients to eat limited amounts of oats, which is said to provide beneficial effects for them. There are studies with adults and children citing majority of patients with celiac disease who could tolerate limited amounts of oats. When they consume no more than about half to 3/4 of a cup of rolled dry oats per day for adults and 1/4 of a cup per day for children, there are no abdominal symptoms. In an article written by Jefferson Adams entitled "Effects of Various Kinds of Oats on Celiac Disease," he cited different kinds of studies conducted by different groups of scientists and doctors about the relation of oats to celiac disease. According to Adams, there was a team of Italian and Australian doctors who conducted tests on 3 kinds of oats: the Avenins of the Italian variety Astra, the Australian variety Mortlock, and the Australian Lambton variety. The study showed that the Lambton is much safer than either the Astra or the Mortlock. However, even if the Lambton variety is still safer, it still has to be processed in a contamination-free facility that tests oats if they are gluten-free. For oat products to be considered gluten-free, they may show less than 220 ppm, which is parts per million, of gliadin. The United States Food and Drug Administration considers them a gluten-free grain under its gluten-free labeling regulations and only requires that packaged products with oats as an ingredient contain less than 20 parts per million of gluten overall. Even if there are patients who respond well to oats, there are still a small number of patients who cannot tolerate oats. Even oats with low gluten content like the Lambton variety. With these particular patients, a protein in oats called avenin triggered an immune response similar to gluten. And there was no way to tell in advance which patients would be sensitive to avenins. Including oats in the diet of a celiac disease patient is of course a physician or your doctor's call. Including oats in the diet should always be done under your doctor's supervision. Oats can provide the necessary nutrients, fiber and diversity much needed to a celiac patient's diet. But this should not compromise the overall well-being of the patient. New celiac disease patients are advised to not eat oats until their symptoms or disease is under control. Patients who are eating oats are still advised to see their doctor on a regular basis to monitor any abnormalities or symptoms. Besides, patients with celiac disease are still able to consume oats that are pure, uncontaminated and gluten-free. Oats and celiac disease can still work together. You should avoid eating oats until your gluten-free diet has taken full effect and your symptoms have been resolved. And then, once you're symptom-free, gradually reintroduce oats into your diet. Obviously, if you develop symptoms, stop eating oats. Hi, I'm Mike Hines from JustNoGluten.com, creator of this channel, Gluten Advice. I do hope you enjoyed today's video and you found it both interesting and informative. If so, why not give it a like and subscribe to my channel. We post videos on here 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So why not pop back from time to time? We'd love to see you, and you would be welcome. Again, thank you for watching, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye bye for now.